I bought a house and it needs a lot of work. Like, this thing is fully popped down. Let us renovate it together. I'm Kelly Johnley and this is Bayesian Renovation. All right, so I know what you're thinking. You're like, sis, there's a lot of work. It is, but we're up to the task. But before you determine that the work isn't worth it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the property. You know, there is some method to this madness. There's no reason for all this heat, but there is some method to the madness, okay? So I'm going to tell you about it. This property is located in what I like to call a very central St. Michael residential area. And in my view, it's an area in transition. So what does transition mean? You can see that the neighborhood had its heyday, you know, where this was the place to be. But a lot of the homes right now are dated, and some of them you could see have been locked up for a while. That's good news if you're looking for a property in a central area. I know quite a few times people tend to shy away from projects, but if you want a house in a great location, sometimes you are going to have to go with a fixer-upper if your budget doesn't permit for a new build. So this property consists of 2 buildings. That's right, 1, 2. The main house is a single-story building constructed of concrete block built around the 1970s. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, kitchen, patio, living and dining room, plus a garage. The second building is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath cottage with a storage area attached. The property is completely enclosed by a guard wall and has off-road parking. Now, how big is it? Yes, we can see it definitely falls on the smaller side. In total, the 2 properties are giving me about 1,600 square feet. The main house area is about 1,100 and the rest is attributed to the apartment. So there were 3 things that caught my eye when I saw this listing. 1 was the location. I tell people all the time, you could fix a house, but you cannot move it. If you watch any of these renovation shows overseas, they always tell you, you know, you should buy the worst house on the block. I think this is a pretty good contender for the worst house on the block. This was locked up for a while and I feel like I'm risking my life standing here. The second thing that I was really pleased about was the fact that there was a separate building. Whether I choose to use it for an office or for rental income, the point is the electricals and the plumbing and all those things are already set up for this unit. So that to me is already an income property. You never know when you need some extra income. I'm glad that mine is here. The third thing was the price. Now, if you're buying a home, a residential home that you're going to live in, I don't think the price is the most important thing, because at the end of the day, your home's primary function is to house you and your family. But I guess you could say I'm in the business of rental properties, so I do look at it with a bit of a critical eye. The price for this was attractive to me. So when people say, you know, you want to make money on a house and, you know, equity over time, the truth is you don't realize the equity in a property until you either do a refinance or you sell it. So you need to be able to get a purchase price where you have some built-in equity, which is what I was able to get done here. I'll share a little bit more a little later about how much I paid for it and what the reinstatement value is. So the footprint of the house isn't going to change much. It's a small house, and while I do have a budget for renovation, I'm not trying to overspend, but this is one of the bigger changes that you're going to see. So the markings that are here are to indicate that they're going to cut out the window. Listen to what I said, they have to cut out the window because Kelly likes her window. And what they're going to do is reduce the patio. So remember from our external shots that there was a small patio there? I am not a very big outdoorsy person. I will probably never sit on this patio. Plus there isn't really much of a view to look at. So we're reclaiming the space from the patio so that I can have a bigger master bedroom. I already have a king size bed, and I can tell you, by the time me and the bed get in here, there's no room for anything else. There's one little change that I am a little sad about. I did very much like the idea of having a living room, and I like this door being here, but remember I showed you in that bedroom where the door, where the wall has to come out and the window is going to be cut for the extension. That means that this will have to be sealed off because it won't be walking into anything. All of this space here and the patio behind being reclaimed for the master bedroom. I already have a king size bed, so we gotta work with that. Y'all, Barbados is a hot place, and before y'all ask why we did not open some windows and let some air come in, let me tell you, in there is so nasty. I cannot afford for anything to blow up on me. As it is, we need to go home and wash our good bodies. So the next time we're together, which will be soon hopefully, is going to be what I call an action day. We would have deliveries in. Also, those areas where you saw marked, they're going to start the demolition. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave you with some inspo photos of what I'm working towards, how I'd like my place to look. And do not laugh when you see them and you're like, girl, how you feel that going to start looking like that? Trust the process, okay? Trust the process and stick around for the journey.